I'll do my Mountain Dew can. Call to order for the Watertown City Council special meeting for August 22nd of 2022. Please rise while Barb Younger of the Mother of God Monastery leads us in prayer.
Good and gracious God, we thank you for this Monday, which leaves us open to many possibilities for the week. Bless this conversation as we work for this city that we love, that is growing in all directions, as the mayor said recently, that we may do what is right and just for all citizens. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Manager Mack, would you please call the roll?
Danforth. Shetty.
Here.
Helene.
Here.
Bueller.
Here.
Tupper.
Here.
Paulson. Billhauer.
Here.
Quorum is established. With that, the chair will entertain a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Second.
Made by Councilman Billhauer, seconded by Councilman Bueller. Any conversation about that? Hearing none, the motion is to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Now it's time for public comments. If anyone is here who would like to discuss something in front of the full city council that is something not on tonight's agenda, now is your time to do so. Seeing no one come forward, I'll close the public comments section. Open it up for a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Made by Councilman Tupper, seconded by Councilman Shetty. Any conversation on that? Hearing none, the motion is to approve the agenda. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item A is an authorization for the police department to backfill a patrol officer position due to patrol officer on military leave for 1 year. For more information, we'll go to our Chief of Police, Tim Toomey.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Council and Mayor. I come before you tonight to respectfully request to backfill an officer who is going to be deployed overseas for a period of at least 1 year. His activation date is September 12th. We have done this in the past. It's a temporary full-time job with the understanding that if after the return of the officer there's no positions available, we would let that officer go. We've done this in the past, and we fortunately have not had to let anybody go, just to regular turnover. We are quite short-staffed at the police department right now. We just had an officer resign, so with your permission of filling this position, we'll be filling 2 officers, and we currently have 2 in training. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you very much. Chair will entertain a motion to authorize this backfill. Motion made by Councilman Paulson, seconded by Councilman Tupper. Any conversation or comments, or questions, Council? Council? Chair would just ask City Manager Mack, from a staffing position, everything good with this?
Yeah, I support this wholeheartedly. As Chief mentioned, we are down a couple of officers, and the timing of the deployment certainly can't control that, but it's not opportune. And so if we're able to backfill this, it is very advantageous for the department and the city as a whole. And financially, it works within the budget as well.
Councilman Paulson?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say I hope he has a safe deployment and hopefully he comes back safely.
Thank you. I relay that.
Yeah. And as well as the newcomer, as with all of you serving us every day, obviously we pray for your safety as well. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, the motion is to authorize the backfill of the position. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item B is a second reading of Ordinance 22-20, an amendment to the zoning designation for Lot 1 and Outlot A, Block 5 of Harmony Hill, 3rd Edition, from A1 to R3. For more information, we will go to our Public Works Director, Heath Von Eye.
Thank you, Mayor. I do have a map here that I'll share to the screen on Teams and walk through some details here with this rezone. As you mentioned, this is the second reading, so it would be the finalization of a rezone for a portion of land within the Harmony Hill subdivision. As the Harmony Hill phasing has continued to progress, we're now, generally speaking, looking at areas to the northerly end of the property here, north central. And specifically tonight, we'll be looking at this particular area right along Challenger Way that is being petitioned to rezone. This is second reading. It was recommended by Planning Commission unanimously for approval. It does match the concept plan, which is the diagram I had recently pulled up here. As you can see, clearly identified to be proposed as R3 zoning. So they're continuing to progress with the plans as laid out initially. No changes here, pretty straightforward, wrapping up this rezone for this area.
Thank you very much. Chair will entertain a motion. Well, actually, we will do a public hearing first. So is there anyone who would like to discuss this pro or con on this agenda item?
Thanks for speeding up this second reading. Really appreciate it. It's important as far as we're concerned because our plan is that affordable housing will go on that land. So the applications are due at the end of the month, which isn't very far away. So we're kind of rushing to the finish line. So really appreciate the consideration.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who would like to talk on this issue? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing, open it up for council action. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance? Motion made by Beeler, seconded by Councilman Paulson. Questions or comments, council? Councilman Tupper.
Just a question for the sister. If I wanted to come out there and tour that, how would I go about that?
Call me.
Make sure you jot your number down someplace, or somebody here has got it, I'm sure. So if somebody could forward that to me, I'd appreciate it.
Any further questions or comments? Councilman Villauer, did you have something to say?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Hearing no further questions or comments, the motion is to approve the ordinance and of the zoning designation. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item C is an approval of a resolution on the plat of Lot 1, Outlot A, Block 5 of Harmony Hill, 3rd Edition, and authorization for the city manager to enter into associated development agreement for required public infrastructure improvements. We'll go to our Public Works Director, Heath Von Eye, to tell us more.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the associated plat that correlates with the recently acted upon rezone. This, again, the similar area here, looking at Challenger Way and these lots on the north side of Challenger Way. This these sheets make up the specific plat exhibits. You'll see that the associated right-of-way for Challenger Way is being platted along with the lots of Lot 1 and Outlot A. So in totality, there will be 2 formally platted lots there, plus the right-of-way of Challenger Way. And again, this was recommended unanimously by the Planning Commission for approval. And Brandy Hanton, the Community Development Manager, or myself, or the applicant can stand by for any questions.
Thank you very much. The chair will entertain a motion to approve this resolution and the authorization. Motion made by Councilman Shuddy, seconded by Councilman, we'll give that to Councilman Villauer, he's online. Open it up for open it up for questions or comments. All right, hearing none, the motion is to approve the resolution and the authorization. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item D is an acknowledgement of bid package number 2 for the ice arena project and authorization for RJM Construction to proceed with construction services for a guaranteed maximum price of $31,916,145. For more information, Public Works Director Heath Von Eye will tell us. Yeah, I wish it was that low.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, staff, we're very pleased to bring this item forward tonight. We've got a lot of work that's obviously gone into this at a staff level, at the council level, at our consultants level, at all different levels. We've had a lot of work that's gone into this project to get it this far. So we're very excited and pleased to bring forward a bid package number 2 award recommendation, which allows our construction manager at risk, RGM Construction, to proceed with that bid package and securing the contracts for all the work that was included in that second bid package. If you recall, the council approved gave RGM the authority to move forward with bid package number 1 that procured some of the longer lead time building components for the ice arena. That action was taken here some handful of weeks back at a prior council meeting. And then we proceeded to move forward with bid package number 2, completing up the finalization of all the design and bidding efforts for that bid package number 2. That work's been done, and RGM has received those bids as of July 14th. Those bids did have to go through a round of what we would call some value engineering to reduce the scope to an extent that was within our budgets and within the constraints we were wanting to work within. And we've been able to do that now with City Manager Mack and meeting with Tegra, our owner's representatives, and meeting with our CMAR, RJM Construction, and also with 292 Group, the architects that did all the brunt of the design work on this facility. With that, we've whittled things down to a package that we felt was within the realm of feasibility here. And as you mentioned, Mayor, that total guaranteed maximum price, otherwise known as the GMP, would be set at $31,916,145, allowing RGM to move forward with those bid packages as proposed to them. I'd walk through a couple financial summaries here as well regarding the overall budget. This is being funded out of the 504 fund in the city's finance realm of things in our budget book. There's currently $5.8 million in that fund towards this project. We also have the $20 million sales tax revenue bond, and then the subsequent $10 million sales tax revenue bond that was recently secured, acted on by the City Council. Other funding sources come from the Build It Now fundraising committee, as well as, or I should say, which includes a wealth of donations that have come in through that committee's efforts in fundraising for this effort. So with those funds in place, and with this bid package number 2 being awarded, that brings the total project expense at just over $36 million, at $36,372,878. With all that, we've got a team of experts online with us here, the Tegra Group, 292 Architects, RJM Construction, and city staff can all stand by for any questions the council might have.
Thank you very much. Chair would also ask our city manager, Amanda Mack, to issue a few comments about the city's commitment and how we are proceeding forward on this.
Thank you, Mayor. What a very exciting night. Anyway, we have said publicly, and I believe this is still the case, when it is all said and done and all of the dollars have been raised and all of the dollars have been spent, the city's actual commitment to this project remains at the $25.5 million that we've allocated. If you remember, we did issue that additional bond that's going to be paid back through the fundraising efforts. And I think here in the next few weeks, hopefully sooner than later, we'll be able to announce some of those naming rights and larger donors who have stepped up and really have supported this project. So just a reminder that at the end of the day, the total cost of the city is the $25.5 million. The rest is being paid back through this wonderful community that has supported this project so well.
Thank you very much. Chair will now entertain a motion to acknowledge the bid package. Motion made by Councilman Tupper, seconded by Councilman Bueller. Open it up for questions and comments. Councilman Tupper.
Wow, what a day. You know, I mean, you look back at this project's been in the works for 20 plus years. All I can say is I'm very proud of the community for standing behind it. Very proud of the city staff and all the gentlemen that are up there on the screen. It's been a lot of work. And it's something that this city is going to look back and say, thank God we finally got it done. And boy, what a facility. So that's my comment.
Any further questions or comments? Chair would ask, Councilman Vilhauer.
Yeah, just, I want to echo what, Councilman Tupper said. I mean, this is so thrilling to see this at this point, that after all these years of, all the work that's gone into this by so many people, it's just thrilling to see it to this point. I do have one question though. I'm an accountant, but I didn't take the time to add and subtract all the numbers. I'm assuming somebody has double checked that. I mean, suppose there's all of a sudden $1 million math error and it's not in our favor. What does that mean to us at that point?
I would open it up for.
Or are we, or are you comfortable that these numbers are good?
I would.
On behalf of RGM, I would say these numbers are absolutely good. We've double checked them, and this is my world of pre-construction and bidding and estimating. So these numbers have been checked. The Tegra team has asked numerous questions back and forth and verified them. So these are accurate.
Okay. Well, I assume that was going to be the answer, but I just want to ask a question anyway. I guess I want to expand or kind of repeat what City Manager Max said. I guess what I'm hearing probably primarily from you, Mayor, is that once we finally know that we're going ahead with this project, there's been a fantastic fundraising effort already taking place out there in the community. But I'm guessing that once we are actually breaking ground and moving forward, that this will spur that activity even more going forward for those that were on the fence as far as supporting this project. So I assume that's a fair statement. I just want to throw that comment out there.
Yes, very much so. Any further questions or comments? Councilman Schutte?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, and I kind of mirroring off the other councilmen, do appreciate all the work that's been done on this. And one thing for me personally, there's people in the community that may agree with this, may not agree with this. I, for one, was very open for both perspectives. I looked at this project as what is this ice arena going to get us? And then I realized in this last year for my tenure on this council, I realized the bigger picture was more than just ice. For me, I realized it was what it's going to do for the community, for potential development in that area, what it can do to speed the process, even for a fire hall out in that portion of town. There's just other elements in play here that this is going to help move forward or address. So yes, and for the ice, of course, the people that are in the ice world, it's going to be a wonderful facility. But also and there's a grander picture that I guess I would encourage others to see it as much more than just an ice arena just for ice. So that's how I've come to agree with this project.
Councilman Beeler?
Thanks, Mayor. I echo a lot of the comments that have already been made today. This is a big, big day for us. But I just want to remind everyone, too, that this is going to be a nice anchor for us, and hopefully we'll do a great deal to develop that part of our community moving forward. And a lot of the folks that are doing that development are banking on that happen and have supported us in this project. But I want to make darn sure that we thank all the folks, the philanthropy, all the people that are donating to this project. It's just incredible. And, Dick, you've said time after time how unbelievable Watertown is when they step up to the plate to take care of some of these projects. And so to all of those that have donated, all those who hopefully will donate to this project, just a big thanks.
Councilman Paulson.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess we're at this point finally after 20 plus years of talking about this and saying it's a need for the community, and we've had our share of setbacks even in the past year, but I think we've worked through most of those, and we're at this point, and I think most of us couldn't be happier to see it right now because, for one, I think just get the discussion over with, but two, to have this facility in Watertown is going to be huge for us, and it's not just going to be ice. It's going to be other things that are going on there, and I look forward to what's going to happen out there with the development as well. But I hope we do get a junior hockey team, and I'll be looking to watch some hockey.
Councilman Tupper?
If you think about it, not only this project, but pretty exciting time to live in Watertown. You look at all the projects we got going on. I mean, look at our school. We got big addition coming on to the Lake Area Votech. The high school's just finishing a long renovation. They're building a new athletic facility, which is going to be a huge asset to our community. God, what an exciting time to be part of Watertown, and I'm just so glad to be able to be part of that. And we couldn't do it, though, without each and every person in the community backing us on this. And really big thank you goes out to the community, not only those that give, but those that have supported this project for many years. So just really big thank you to all of those.
Thank you.
Mayor, can I?
Yes,
Mayor,
please.
can I ask one follow-up question of our professional team on board here?
Please do,
we're talking
Councilman.
about the groundbreaking on this. When realistically, we've heard so much of delays and supply chain issues, when realistically are we looking at having this project done and ready to be used? I know we've talked about it internally, but I think the public wants to hear that or hear comments from you along those lines.
Open it up for any one of you.
Sure. From Justin from RJM Construction. One great thing that we did to expedite this was do that bid package, that first bid package that Heath spoke to. That secured some of those precast and steel long lead items so that we can break ground this fall. So our plan is to break ground here in September with about a 12-month construction schedule. So fall of 23 completion.
Thank you, Justin.
Fantastic, thank you. Any further questions or comments? Public Works Director Heath Von Eye.
I just wanted to add one last comment so it doesn't catch anybody off guard later on. There may be some ancillary paperwork, contracts, things we need to bring forward to the council at subsequent meetings. There is an exhibit in the contract with RGM that specifically calls out the GMP price and things of that nature. May or may not need to come back to council, but I just wanted to mention it in case you do see some subsequent action here in the near future.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments? The chair will ask for a little bit of indulgence from everyone. Just say it's been a long time. Been a lot of work, and a lot of people need to be thanked. And I don't think they can be thanked enough. I feel a great sense of relief coming over me that this is finally going to be taken off the plate of Watertown. And the future of Watertown looks brighter than ever. Among the people I need to thank, former Councilman Dan Albertson kept this alive for quite a few years, long before I was here. Councilman Don Roby, Councilman Adam Lallam, and were both on the select group that was trying to keep ice alive. Councilman Bueller joined us. Councilman Vilhauer was there all along. Obviously, I can't do this without the council here, the staff. I also don't think that we could have done it without Jody Driscoll, who has been has been pushing the fundraising group Build It Now. I got involved with ICE kind of by accident. I just said, someone needs to just take this and try to get this done. And little did I know, because I've been very honest, I'm not a fan of ice sports. I don't like being cold, but I have always been in favor of Watertown. And very, very soon after kind of stepping into this, I realized how big of a deal this is for the community of Watertown. People who have no interest in ice. They just want it done because they believe in Watertown and what this is going to say for Watertown. I realized that it was an agenda on the future of Watertown. And that's why the community has rallied behind this. And we have had so many setbacks. We've had locations that have had to change, contracts that have had to change. We've gone through an outbreak, a pandemic of COVID that has skyrocketed inflation and made supply chain issues. But throughout it all, this team, and I call the people online as well, everyone on this council, everyone on the staff has always approached this from let's find solutions. We know the problems are going to be there, but let's find solutions. And that's what I've always preached about the future of Watertown. But I don't need to preach it. That's preaching to the choir, because this community believes in itself. And the community commitment to this project has been overwhelming. And it is really a testament to the community of Watertown that this is going to be built. We are just the vehicles to get that to happen. I think the community of Watertown deserves the thanks, and hopefully they will be reaping the benefits for generations to come. So thank you very much for that and for the vote that I believe is upcoming. So hearing no further questions or comments, Chair will entertain a motion, or Chair will ask for all those in favor of acknowledging the bid package for the, I'm going to just read this out. Authorizing acknowledgement of bid package number 2 for the Ice Arena project, project number 2116, and authorization for RJM Construction to proceed with construction services. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those in favor, please say nay. All those opposed, motion carries. We are now on to old business. Is there anyone who would like to discuss old business? Councilman Tupper.
A little bit of old business from last Friday night with the invitation from the mayor because he was going to be busy. I was able to attend the Salvation Army's 125th anniversary in the city of Watertown. At first, when I went out there, I thought 125 years, that must be the Salvation Army nationwide. Nope. Thanks, Bruce. A couple years before, but no, that's Salvation Army in Watertown. The mayor had written up a proclamation to be, so I took care of that and gave a little speech. They couldn't get by with just a proclamation. I always get to talk a little bit more, but it was very, very great organization. If we think about the Salvation Army in any community, but especially Watertown, think of the tens of thousands of people they've helped in that 125 years, and thank God they're here. I mean, I learned a lot from sitting with some of those people. Some of those people were from their national office that I sat with, and it's really amazing. 125 years. Salvation Army's only been around internationally for 154, so you think of what Watertown's accomplished and what great people and what a great asset to the community. So thank you.
Thank you. Any further old business? Any new business? Any announcements? Oh, yep.
A reminder that this Friday at 3 p.m. is the ribbon cutting of the new airport terminal, so I hope you all will be able to join us. There may be a quorum of elected officials present. I don't know that we have to do anything more than just, I don't know. Matt's looking at me, so we may have to post the agenda. I don't know. But anyway, 3 o'clock are when the festivities start. There'll be an aerial ribbon cutting, some water cannons, food, all of those kinds of things. Also, it is Matt's, unless we have some kind of special meeting between now and August 31st, this is Matt's last meeting, and just really want to tell him how mad I am that he's leaving, but also really have enjoyed working with you for the last 14 months or so and appreciate all that you've done and the sacrifices you and your family have made to the city. Public service is challenging at times, but you have led us with a steady hand, and you will definitely be missed, and we expect to see you at the groundbreaking for the ice arena.
Well, since Friday is going to be a public meeting, technically no, I'm just kidding.
Always the contradictor.
No, I appreciate, I just wanted to say thank you to the city for giving me this opportunity to serve in this role in my hometown, and look forward to finding ways I can continue to be of service to the community and the public in general. And, I noticed we don't have one of those people that comes to every public comment at our meetings, and I'm thinking about maybe being that guy, so.
I think your future in city government might be a second-generation Mayor Roby. Not against me, though, please. No, thank you. And Matt, I know I speak for everyone. Thank you for your service. You were City Employee of the Year, not by accident. You deserved it. So, any further announcements? There is no need to go into executive session. Therefore, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Councilman Tupper, seconded by Councilman Beeler. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, the motion is to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. 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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries.